jointly organized by the Department of Mathematics, MOP Vaishnav College for Women, Chennai, and Math Tech Thinking Foundation. Throughout this seminar, we have explored various aspects of programming, data analytics, visualization, and computational methods. Today's session focuses on the practical side of these concepts through research applications and hands-on project development. This session will provide valuable insights to apply Python and R tool for research-oriented problems, developing computational models, analyzing data, and transforming ideas into practical projects. To begin this session, we invite our respected chairperson, Dr. B. Kamalapriya, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, MOP Vaishnav College for Women, to introduce the resource person and formally commence the session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. We have the privilege of having two speakers for this session. I would like to extend a warm welcome to Dr. Meherchand sir, whom we already has been introduced earlier, and we have had a session. We are delighted to have him with us and greatly value his presence at the event. The second speaker of the session will be Dr. Zavid Ahmed Khan. I take it a privilege to introduce our esteemed resource person, Dr. Zavid Ahmed Khan, sir. Dr. Khan is a distinguished academic leader, researcher, and higher education administrator with over 2 decades of rich experience in academia, research, quality assurance, and institutional development. He is currently serving as the Dean Academics and Director of Internal Quality Assurance. He has held several prominent leadership positions in reputed institutions, including Maladi Vishwa Vidyadeep, Baba Farid Group of Institutions, Chandigarh University, and VIT University, where he had made significant contribution to academic excellence and institutional growth. Dr. Khan earned his PhD in biotechnology from VIT University and MSc in neuroscience from the International Max Planck Research School, George August University, Germany, and an MA in clinical psychology from IGNOU. His multidisciplinary academic background reflects his wide-ranging expertise in neuroscience, biotechnology, psychology, academic leadership, quality assurance, curriculum development, digital transformation, and research innovation. He has published numerous research papers, guided students, research projects, organized academic events and workshops, and has been instrumental in fostering a culture of excellence in higher education. Today, we are honored to have Dr. Zavid Ahmed Khan with us to share his valuable insight and expertise. We welcome both the speakers on behalf of Department of Mathematics, MOP Vaishnav College. Thank you, sir. I'm handing over the session to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. My voice is audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So now we have only this last session, and I want to present some valuable content. Okay. So when we have a real data set, then how we can deal with the data set, how we can import the data set in Python. Okay. So this is very quite simple, but we are required to follow some steps. So we discuss all these with the sharing my screen, and I hope yeah, so this content I have already shared with you. Okay, so we are starting from this data set, and this is the churn modeling. This data is set to contain details of the bank customer, and the target variable is binary variable reflecting the fact whether the customer left the bank or he continues to be customer. So here we are going to study about the customer behavior. Okay, according to the service provided by the bank. So here you will always I'm using webinar. Okay, so in the Colab as well as in Jupyter Notebook, because this Colab is also based on Jupyter Notebook. As I told you that, and Jupyter is built based on Python. So these both platform whether you are using Jupyter Notebook in Anaconda or you are using in Colab. So both are very simple to use, just what process we are required to follow when we have the real data set. This example is very simple. Some of the part I think I will not be able to present because of when we will execute. Sometimes it is required more time. Okay. So here we are going to discuss one by one. So when you have the file, a CSV file. So in yesterday, one participant was asking how we can import CSV file in Colab. So this statement is required, as you can see, from google.colab import file. Okay, so this will upload the file as soon as I will click here. So first it will connect with the cloud computing Google Colab. Here you can see where my cursor is moving. Now this sign in green color. Now we need to select the file which we want to study. So here you can see choose file. The file is already exist in my download. And if I will scroll down, you can see this is the file, churn modeling 3. So when I will open, and you can see 0%, 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, 100. So when 100% is there, it means file completely uploaded here. After that, you can see we can check the file name. Okay, so this is the list upload.case, and using this statement we can get the file name, and this will store inside here. And then after you can see file name, again we are using, if the variable name which you assign at the place you are using second time in the next line, it means we are using the same to print the information, to print the name. Okay, whatever we have stored in this variable. So when you will click on it, you can see char modeling 3.csv. So this is the file name. Okay, so here all the necessary libraries which are required for our present task, we have import at this place. So these are the required libraries, and also along with the name of the libraries, as you can see, this is the import pandas as PD. And remember that in Colab we are not required to install any library. All the essential libraries which are required are there, so just we are required to import. So here this is the way how you can use the pandas as PD, and this is the description about the pandas, why we are using. So the panda is a powerful Python library for the data manipulation, data analysis, providing easy to use data structure like series, data frame for handling the structure of the data. So panda is very smart animal. Okay, from that we give the name of this library to work smartly. Okay, then we have numpy. NumPy is the fundamental Python library for numerical computing, providing the support for arrays, matrices, and wide range of the mathematical functions for efficient data manipulation. Next we have is the matplotlib.pyplot as PLT to use for the data visualization. So you can plot, it's like a sine plot, a line plot, a bar plot, bar chart, histograms, scatter plot, etc. So this library will help us. Along with we have the Seaborn. Seaborn is also we can use for data, but sometimes we have complex data. So in that case, we can use Seaborn as it has Python data visualization library based on the Matplotlib that provide a high level interface for creating visually appealing and informative static graph. Okay, so when sometimes we have very complex data, in that case, matplotlib is not able to visualize the information accordingly, so we can use Seaborn for complex data set. And sometimes there is a warning when we are executing warning for if there is some updates in the. So to avoid all these, we are required to import here warning library to avoid the this type of the warning which will appear. So here you can see these are the some machine learning models like label encoder, trend test split, logistic regression, Gaussian NP, decision tree classifier, random forest classifier, KNN classifier. So KNN and logistic regression highly useful. There are some specific properties, but all the things just main purpose here is how we can use all these and built libraries for the machine learning prediction model, recommendation model, okay, and a suggestion, any kind of the just like sentiment analysis and many things we can do by using these machine learning models. Okay, so these names you can see here, all these are machine learning models. Some of them we will use here. Okay, so here we can see the sklearn import matrices, and from that we have the accuracy score, AUC, confusion matrix, ROC, AOC score, ROC curve, recall score, etc. So when you are implementing the machine learning model, whether these are providing the accuracy or not, how much our model is accurate, different models are there for different data set, and each model have their own proficiency for accuracy. Okay, so many things are required. Only we have the just like accuracy score is not sufficient. We are required uh, some other interpretations of the model, whether this model will be applicable or not for the future use. So many things we are required to learn, we have to implement. So all the background about the machine learning model, their testing, accuracy, okay, success rate, data set, data frame, size of the data set, all these things play very important role. So these are the libraries which we can use, and during this in this file also we will try. Okay, so I have only limited time. Right now I have 12:48 according to my time, and I can continue till 1:30. So I will try to present some basic and important things. So when you have the file name here, and this is the same way. You can see if you are using in the Jupyter notebook, then also you have to use pd.read underscore CSV, and at the place of file name you have to put the name of the file. As you can see in our download, we have this the name with extension. Okay, as it is, you have to copy and paste at this place. Okay, along with the inside the quote sign, then you will be able to read the CSV file. If you have Excel file, then you have to write here Excel with extension in the file. Okay, and this file will store inside DF. DF is data frame. Okay, so all the data when you store inside CSV, Excel file, text file, JSON file, all these are dataset files. And to read and to play with this dataset to apply various operations, we have to create data frame, because data frame if it has been created, we can apply all type of operations easily. Okay, so here we are using pd.read underscore CSV file, and this will automatically generate the data frame that will store inside DF. df is used here is data frame variable. Now when you will execute, so what you have to do, we have to execute this shell also. Okay, this shell also we are required to execute. So step by step all the shells are very important. Here also you can see we have to execute. Okay, the information which we have inside our CSV file now store inside df. So we are required to use only df to get any information from the data set. Okay, now we are required to display this data set. So here uh, we have head function. Okay, yesterday we talked about the head function, head. So what this will do, when you will execute, this will display first 5 rows from our dataset along with all the column name. So you can see here all the column names are there, and last one column you can see there are only the target value. Okay, these target value will depend upon all these previous variable. So here excited is dependent variable. Other variables which you can see, all these are independent variable, and from these values which you can see corresponding to the variables inside this data set, the last column will is the target value or output value. Okay, so the first thing when you have any kind of the data set, to understand is very important part. And without understanding the data set, what information is there, what is the size of the data set, and what we can do using the data set. So all these information is very essential to understand the data set. Then after we need to visualize, and some descriptive static is also required, which will help us for the better understanding. Okay, so here we are able to see only first uh, by using head function only first 5 rows. Okay, index is starting from 0 1 2 3 4, these are the index, and these are the row numbers. Okay, so actually row numbers starting from 1 2 3 4 5 and so on. If you want to see first 50 rows, you can put here value accordingly. So by default this will demonstrate, this will uh, present only first 5 rows, but you can increase the number of the rows by assigning the value at this place. So when you will enter here 50, this will return 50 first 50 rows. So last number index we have is 49, and starting from 0, it means these are 50 column. Okay, similarly you can use at this place tail function, and we have used tail function yesterday also. Okay, so this tail function will return by default last 5 rows. By default last 5 rows, as you can see, these are the last 5 rows. Okay, uh, index starting from 0. So these are 10,000. These are 10,000 rows here, and last one the index is 4 times 9. Okay, if you want to see some more last few rows, you can assign the value, and you can see here last 50 rows are there to get some more information to understand the data set. So you can increase this number accordingly, and you can study the data set, which variables are there. Okay, and now the most important part is here to check the shape of the data. In a morning session, I talk about the shape in the matrix. So here you can see the same function. Okay, df dot shape. So this will return the size of the entire data set which we are using. Okay, so the size of this data set, you can see 10,000 rows are there and 14 columns are there. Okay, Then after we need to understand checking the information about the data set, which are the variables, whether there are some empty cell or not. So by using the info function, you can have some more information about your entire data set. So you can see the in the first column we have 0 1 2 3 4 up to 13. These are the index number. Here you can see the index range 10,000 entries starting from 0 to 9999. Okay, and data columns, there are 14 columns. So these are the 14 columns and these are their names, head name. And you can see in the next column no null. No null means there is no empty cell. Okay, so all the values are 10,000. It is showing that there is no null shell. And at the last column you can see these are the data type. So here this is the integer, this is the object. Surname is object. Okay, geography is object, and gender name is object. Okay, and others are integer or float values. So this is the data type you can easily understand. Okay, so here df dot is null dot sum. So this function you can see we want to check whether there is any null shell. If there null shell, how many cells are there? Okay, so this will count the empty cell with respect to all each column. Okay, but here we don't have any null shell. That's why the value which you are observing at this place are 0. All these values are 0. Okay, it means there is no empty shell. Suppose in customer ID there are 2 cells are empty. So here in the place of 0 we have 2 value. So this will automatically count how many values are missing in your data set. So but right now the data set which we are using, there is no empty shell. All the cell have their respective value. Okay, so this is the way how you can understand all these. Now you can see df excited value count. uh, this is the output value or target value. Okay, so you can see when in the excited we have the output value either 0 or 1, yes or no. Okay, yes or no. Yes for 1 is for success, 0 for failure. Okay, so here you can see when you will execute in the last column, 0 is 7,963 times and 1 is 2,037 times. Okay, so these are the zeros and ones in last column and target value. Okay, then we have very important function, and also in the previous session we use this describe function for the small data set, but now we have very big data set. Okay, 10,000 by 14. So this is the size of the data set. You can have more big data set. Okay, so the size of the data set doesn't matter. Matter is how you are dealing with your data set, what are the functions, and how you can get some information by using all these functions. And most important thing is to visualize, and further for other applications we are required to understand the data set. These functions will help you, just like if you are using describe function. So by using the describe function, you can see the count of each row. These are 10,000, and we know there is no missing value. So that's why we have the values of the sum of each we have is 10,000 count. And mean, you can see the mean of row number, mean of customer ID, mean of credit score, mean of age, mean of tenure. So the second row will calculate the mean of each variable. Whatever we have is the inside data set. STD is the standard deviation. Okay, so this will calculate the division of all the variables. And you can see here is the minimum function. Okay, this is the same function which we are using, minimum maximum, in Python. So in describe function, all these operations will return this descriptive static about the data set. So here you can easily check the minimum value in each variable. Okay, what are the minimum value? You can also find the first quartile. 25% means first quartile. Okay, so 50% means second quartile, and 75% means third quartile, and maximum value. So by using describe function, you can see the lot of information about your entire data set we have. So this is the descriptive information about the data set. Now next function we have is the number of unique values. How many values are unique in our data set? Okay, unique means, I think everyone understand the meaning of unique. Okay, so here you can see the row numbers. All the row numbers are unique. 10,000. Customer ID also is there is no repetition in the customer ID. So customer ID of each person is unique. Surname, some of the surname can be repeated. So these are the unique numbers. 2,932. Credit score you can find here 460. Geography, there are 3 different regions. And gender you can find here male, female only. Age 70. Okay. Tenure 11. So these are the unique values which you can see here. Okay. Now this information which you can see here, df dot column. Okay. Many times you are required to use head name. Okay, suppose that I need only the 2 variable name from 14. But the thing is, which variables are there, and their name must be as we have from the data set. So if you will change their presentation, you will have some error. So in that case, we have to display the column names of the data set, so that if whenever we need, we can use the name as it is whatever we have assigned to the variables. So for that, you can use df dot columns, and this will return all the names of the head. You can see these are the names. Okay, now we have data visualization. I will not execute this shell because this will take some time. Okay, so you can easily run this by pressing this icon, you can see, and this statement will execute. SNS, this is the Seaborn library, Seaborn, and SNS is its abbreviated name. Pair plot function we are using from this library for dataset. Data is equal to df. So all the information which we access from the CSV file is stored inside the df. Okay, so from that place we are using the data set, and this will help us to visualize the pair plot. So in the pair plot, what this will do, this will take the 2 variables pairwise, and you can see here, if I want to increase the font size so that you can have some more readable, by press Control Shift plus. Okay, we can increase the font size. Scroll down. Okay, so here the names of at a horizontal line, these are the names from the our data set. Okay, and left side also you can see the names. These are also the names of the variable in our data set. Okay, if you want to see, yes, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Yes, you can see. This is the row number, customer ID, and you can see credit, age, tenure, balance. Okay, these are the head name. Okay, and yes, this is the excited last column. So these two variables are used to visualize the graph pairwise. Then excited and customer ID you can see. Then you can see excited and credit score. So pairwise variable are taken, and you can see this is the 14 by 14 size matrix of the images. Okay, so you can see all these images. So this is the pairwise plot, and this will help you to understand the data set, their rush ship, which variable are more effective to study. Okay, so just like you can see this variable, this variable, this variable, this rush ship, these are not much important, not having the more appealing rush ship between the variables. Okay, so in this way you can plot the visualize pairwise plot. Okay, and this will help you for better more understanding about your entire data set. Then again we are using the column name here. Okay, df dot column, and other column name will be there in our data set. Okay, so here you can see we are not required to use this statement again. If you try, because it's the same step which we have done. Now here are some images taken, one or two, one variable, two variable, according to visualization. Okay, so here what we have done, we PLT. PLT is used from matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. Okay, so this is the figure size. Then rotation X ticks. Okay, we can rotate. And here is the SNS.bar plot. So you can see all the images when we have the complex data set and you want to visualize. So SNS will be used for the data visualization. But to manage other things just like X label, Y label, X stick, title, head of the title, image, etc. For that purpose, we can use PLT. Okay, so when you will execute, you can see according to the this the data set, and here we are using the color is teal. Hue we are using gender. So there is only male and female. You can see on the right corner top of the image. Gender are male and female. For female we have the black color, and for male we have the dark green color. Okay, and when you will scroll down you can see these are the axis stick, these are the axis sticks which are rotated at 45 degree, and this is the horizontal line geography. So these are three geographies are there: France, Spain, Germany. These three regions are there. Okay, so in this way you can visualize axis geography. Y is estimated salary. Similarly, you can see here we have 45. If you are using here 90 degree, then the names will appear like in this way. So these are now at right 90 degree. If you are using 0, these are like in this way, horizontal. If you are using 180, these are in this way. Okay, so according to your need, you can rotate them. Okay, I'm using here 145, only 45. Got it? So here also we have taken other two variables x and y, and the data is df, SNS library is there, and we are using bar plot. Okay, for these two variables, this is the bar plot. You can see. So bar plot help us how the data set is separate. Okay, so at this place you can see the all the values are at the same level. Okay, similarly you can have the bar plot for x and y excited, and this is the, you can see. So most of the values are lies from 39 to up to 68, 67, you can say. Okay, at this age group we have maximum information, maximum data set. Then you can have the other, this is the bar plot by taking the other variables. So various examples are given here for the bar plot by changing the variable name. So here is gender and balance. Okay, male, female separately. Then we have the bar plot x equal to age, y is estimated salary, gender, hue is gender. These are the various examples are there to plot the graph. Yesterday also you talked about, you can easily go through all these examples, okay, and then after you can see, yeah, at this place what we are doing here, uh, we have, these are the names, okay, row number, customer ID, surname, credit score, etc. Here we are taking rows is equal to, and columns are 7. Okay, so this is the figure axis we are making here, plt dot subplots. Okay, number of rows are rows, these are 2, and number of columns, these are column calls, the value is 7. So the matrix of images will be 2 by 7 order, and the figure size we are taking here is 16 by 4. Okay, column call is we are taking df dot column. These are the call which will be taken from data frame names. Okay, index we are starting from 0. So now you can see this is the nested for loop. Okay, so this loop is used for I rows, and second is for columns, j in column. Okay, if index is less than length of column, then SNS dot histplot df call index and x equal to x I comma j. So according to that, the plots will be plotted here, and index step size we are taking 1, else axij dot x is off. So there will be no data, no image. Okay, so with the help of this statement of the for loop, okay, so these values will vary for rows and column, and we will have very nice graph, as you can see here. So this will take few seconds, all the calculations will be made, and will return the graph. So I was try to avoiding the pair process specifically, but here we have take less data set. Okay, so here you can see, and the horizontal line and a vertical line. On vertical line we have only the count for each variable. Okay, so we can easily count, and all these are the total 14 variables. So row number, customer ID, surname, credit score, geography, and their count we plot at this place. Okay, so this is the simple information about the entire data set. How many counts are there in each variable, and you can, this will help easily to understand the entire data set by using this image which you can see here. Then you can sometimes in our data set the values are unnecessary. We are not required. You want to drop these values. You want to reject these values. So there is a drop function. By using the drop function, you can delete these values from your data set. Okay. So see, this is the way. Df dot drop gender. Okay. X is equal to 1 in place true. So this variable will be dropped. X is equal to 1, 1 is used for column, 0 for rows. Okay. So this column will be dropped. Similarly, you can delete the age column, and you can also drop the tenure. Okay. So by executing, you can drop these values. So now if you will print the data set, these values will not be there. Okay. If you want to check df dot head, see, hmm, df dot head. Okay. Okay. Just 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. We have to start from. This is the problem when we skip some step. You have to execute all the step in the same sequence. Okay. I have to run this place, check the data set. I have this file. Okay. Yes. So these variables are dropped. Okay. So you can use the draw function to delete these variables. These variables will not appear in our data set. Okay. So also here we are using the same. Now what we have to do, we have to separate the data in two variable. In one variable we have is the independent, and other variable is dependent. So we are taking here x variable and y variable. So in the x variable, we drop also the excited variable. You can see here. Okay. And in the y, we have only excited variable. So in x, we have all the other variable, but in the y, we have only one variable, that is excited. So from df, we access only one variable, that is excited. Okay. And we can verify all these. X dot head. Here we can see how many variables are there in x dot head. Okay. Yes. Now you can see this excited is not there in this data set, which you can see. This was the last variable. Now this excited variable is not there in x variable. Okay. And gender. You can see in this sheet there is the variable gender has been deleted. There is no gender variable. Okay. And also age group. Okay. Age is also not there. You can see age is not there in this x variable. Okay. So these variables has been removed, which are unnecessary, by using these functions. Okay. And if you want to check the y, here is the example of y head. Okay. So there is only one variable. So in this way, we can easily divide the entire data set in two variable. One is X variable and other is Y variable. X variable is independent, Y is dependent variable. This is our necessity to understand, to interpret, to get some insight, to develop the machine learning model, etc. What you want to do, we have to divide the entire data set to implement machine learning models. Okay, so you can see here we have only Y variable, and here we have is X variable, which will include all the parameters. This is the way. This is the way how you can implement machine learning model. Okay, how you can implement machine learning model. So when you will divide the entire data set, okay, you, this is the way. So all type of the machine learning model, when you have the data set, this statement, after splitting the data into variable, we have to use xtrain, xtest, ytrain, ytest. Okay, so training is there, testing is also there, and this function which you can see, train underscore test underscore split, this already we have taken in the very beginning when I have shown you the scikit learn all the machine learning models. There also we have this function. Okay, what do we do here by using this function? We will divide the entire data set which are stored inside two variable x and y. For the testing purpose, we are taking 0.2, meaning is that 20% data from 10,000 we are taking for training purpose, sorry, testing purpose, and 80%, the remaining is 80%. 80% data is used here to train the model. Okay, so according to that, we have to separate the data, X training and X test, Y train, Y test. Random stat you can take 40, 30, 50 percentage, doesn't matter. So when you will execute, you can see there are, this is 80,000 and here is 2,000. So these are 8,000, 2,000. So 2,000 is 20% of the
rosemary oil.
20% of the given data set.
I think they
And there is mic is unmuted. I request please mute the mic. So you can see the data set is divided here. Okay, in two parts. One 8,000 is for the training and 2,000 for the testing. Okay, and this is the size. This is the size, 8,000 by 10 and 2,000 by 10. Okay, then you can see here we have logistic regression. Okay, now we are applying the same. So what we are doing, we are using the pipeline, we have the customer column transfer, we are required encoder and standard scalar. This is the model name. This is the model name, logistic regression. Then we are required to check the accuracy score. Okay, so these are the steps. These are the libraries from the sklearn, okay, from different packages modules. So this is essential part. So for the understanding, we are required more elaboration, and we have to start from the very better understanding about all type of the models, their applications, their properties. Many things are there, which I am not able to present during only 1 hour. Just I am demonstrating how you can develop this technique and what are required. So all these are inbuilt functions, and we are required to understand the background about all these models which are for machine learning, and each model has their own specific properties which are required to understand. And we will check the accuracy. Okay, so here you can see accuracy score. By using the accuracy score, we can check how much our model is secure. Okay, so these are the step now. This is the first step. This is the essential part. We are required to import these tools and the libraries from sklearn. Okay, because here we want to teach, we want to train the model. So first, what we have to do, first step is identify the feature type. Which type of the features are there? Okay, so here we have is the numeric feature. So xtrain dot selected data type. We are selecting only the numeric values only. Okay, from x variable. So there is one or two variable having just like a string data. Okay, so these are not taken for the training model. Okay, so this is we are using here, and categorical feature xtrain dot select data type include object. Okay, so for the numerical value we are using int 64 float 64 dot column, and for object we are using object function, which is required to train xtrain select the data type. So according to these data type features will be selected. Then we will pre-processing for the pipelines. So standard scalar is required. Numeric transfer, some data which is not in the form of the numerical data, just like in the categorical feature. Okay, here we have is the only object name. So this will convert in the numerical value. For that, we are required to use pre-processing pipeline to convert the data set. Okay, and encoder. So categorical dot transfer encoder is also there. One hot encoder is selected here. Then column transfer to combine them. So here what we will do, we will combine this data set, which is the numerical transfer, numerical and categorical, both type of the data will combine in the single preprocessor. Okay, and then after their classifier also we are using. Okay, logistic regression we are applying here. Then we fit the model here. We will fit the model in the fifth step. Then we have the step of predict and evaluate. Okay, so here we have xtrain, xtest, both are there. Both will be train predicts. Okay, test predict. And after that we will return the print the value. Train accuracy, test accuracy, both will be there. So when you will execute, and you will find there train accuracy and test accuracy. So here you can see the train accuracy is 81% and the tested accuracy is 79.85%. Okay, so here from sklearn dot matrix import accuracy score, matrix ROC AOC score. So this is also again very important part. Okay, so here you can see the statements where we are using train accuracy, test accuracy, confusion matrix, ROC, AOC, etc. So this will return the values. Okay, so this percentage will let you know how the model is accurate. So train accuracy you can see 81. Then we have the test accuracy, confusion matrix. This is the confusion matrix. Okay, so some more information about the confusion matrix we are required a lot of time. So these values which you can see are looking very simple, but not as simple as we are saying. To understand many things we are required to cover, then after we will be able to understand all these features. Okay, so in the same way you can use the other models just like Naive and you can find their values in space. You are required to compare these output values. You can check their accuracy. This is the next model. So all the models we have applied in this file one by one. Okay, you can go through the other models which are available here. I'm not able to discuss all the models here. Okay, so you can apply all these, but the most important thing is the interpretation, this part of the interpretation. So within less time everything is not possible, and how you can take the help from the generative AI for the interpretation of this part. So I can take help from the generative AI, and this will help you for the interpretation. But many concepts are there which are essential to study, which will take some time. Okay, so all these we are required to understand accuracy, which type of the models are there, are the properties. Okay, all these things. Yes, so in the ChatGPT, when you will put here the output values, when you will execute, this will help you to interpret all the values. Okay, and what are the meaning of these values? So Control Shift plus. Yes, now you can see clearly. This is the last part. Okay. Yes, you can see. So these are the value. So what are the number indicate? Trend accuracy we have is 81.7. Test accuracy we have is 76.3%. And at the first glance, this look decent. However, accuracy can be misleading. Okay, so this accuracy is not sufficient. So from the confusion matrix, this is the confusion matrix, and the test sample we are taken about 2000. This is the test sample. 20% we are using. We have total 10,000 data set, and 20% is 2000. Okay, and this is the actual class distribution, which you can see here. Class from 0 to 1497 plus 119 we have is 16 about 80.8%, and the other we have is 384 about 19.2%. Okay, so all these interpretation which you can see here, the nav model that predict everything is class 0 would already achieve 80.8%, and the model achieve only this, which is actually worse than the baseline. These are the ROC values, AOC values. So this interpretation, all these values which you can see, CAPA's agreement. So all these are very essential part to check whether the model is accurate or not, and how much is successful. Okay, so all these properties, all these concepts will be clear when you will spend some time to understand the properties of all the models. Okay, and how you can test the model. So to test the model, we are required all these functions which you can see and their output values. But according to the timing, I told you in the very beginning, just I can demonstrate here. Okay, how you can apply. But uh, you will be able to apply, you will be able to develop a model only if you have the uh, very basic concept clear about everything. Okay, and what are the tests? By using all these you can find out the accuracy of the models. So this is the all about some basic information about the model, how you can use it to train by using the machine learning different models when you have the real data set. Okay, so everyone having the background about the computer or not can develop this technique. Just the most important thing is we are required a mathematics for machine learning to understand. We are required to some basic static, which is essential for machine learning. Along with if you are able to learn about artificial neural network model, how these models are developing and how these models are working. Okay, so during this seminar, this is the my last session, and after that our Professor Javed Khan will be there. I think time is over from his side. So the meaning is that through this file, which I demonstrate here, will help you for the understanding about the models, how you can apply, what are the process. So the entire process I try to present here, and I hope that this will help you about the understanding about the application. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask from me. Sorry, due to the lack of time, I was not able to present all the entire content systematically, but try to demonstrate how you can use. Yes, anyone, please, if you have any question, you can unmute your mic.
Participants, if you have any questions, you can type it in chat box. Participants, if you have any questions?
I think there is no
Have
question.
any
And
questions?
also I checked in the chat box also. Professor Javed Khan is also with us now. Ma'am, from his side, all the content has been presented.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So over to you, Javed, sir. So am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, you are audible,
Yes,
and
sir.
Professor Javed
Yeah,
Khan
you're
is with
audible.
us.
Am I audible to everybody?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. So I know it's a bit. So thank you, Dr. Lavanya and Dr. Meherchand, for giving some space for me to talk about the next step when you attend a workshop, when you attend anything, any new skills. So just I think all of there are around about 86 people are there in this chat room. So and I don't know when the session started. It's there, and can you just summarize all the people? There's a chat box. Just try to have a interactive. The chat box. What is the skill set? What is in one word? What new thing you have learned today? In chat, can you just type, ma'am? The chat is open for everybody, I think.
Yeah, everything.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so if you are listening and not sleeping, all the participant and not eating the food, it's a lunchtime. So just type one word you have learned today from this workshop, this FD, this program. Just one word. Okay, so data analytic and this thing. Good. So we have only 2% out of 96 people who have got something, data analytic and Python. So other people can also just type the thing which you have learned. So this is a 3-day international seminar on Python and R programming. So good. Numerical computation. Yeah, matrix in Python. Okay, collab. So Python is a what buzzword. Now people talk about AI, ML, and everybody talk about that. But you know that the core is Python. One of the program through which you can do the programming for AI, ML is Python. And there is a lot of jobs available out there. So I think most of the people are student and faculty here. Dr. Lavanya?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Most of them are students and faculty members, sir.
Okay, good.
Yes.
So most of them are students and faculty. So
Yes, sir.
at least I think some of you have replied and some of you already is something in their mind is there. So I just give briefly, I'm Dr. Javed Ahmed Khan, Dean Academics and Director IQAC at Guru Kashi University, and also one of the partner in our Math Tech Thinking Foundation as Academic Director. So our main task is to give skill set to the student, and the faculty is upskill, and then same thing is a transfer. So I just has asked Dr. Meherchand to give me a time so that I can just speak how to use this workshop. You all have learned something, and can we use it to increase to get our chances getting hired, or if you are a faculty, to get at least 1 0 more in your salary. So all the faculties who want to have 1 more 0 in your salary, just give me a thumbs up or any reaction. Give a thumbs up. All the faculty who want a 0, or at least all the student also who want a lot of zeros in their salaries. Who want a lot of zeros in their salaries. So after the FDP in the evening, Dr. Meherchand will call you and give you an appointment letter with lot of zeros. How many of you want? both of us have a company, are running a AI-based company. So we will give you at evening and how much you want. Okay, Carlo. We'll see that whether you are eligible for our company, but at least at the end of the day, there are people like us, or there are people like who have a startup or who are looking for a candidate. And a lot of people say that in the age of AI, there are no jobs. No, AI will eat our jobs. AI is, I think there is a big what is that? People are throwing. No, it's all myth. Why I'm saying is a myth. I'll tell you one example. Who are getting thrown out of the job? People who are doing monotonous job. People who are 8 year, 10 year of experience, who have not learned anything. Abhi bhi wo coding without any generative AI. They are doing the coding. They are doing the software testing. Especially in the case of AI, they are being thrown out. Why? Because an average salary of a software developer or in this field is at least 36 lakhs, a good amount of salary in a good company, 36 lakhs per annum. So, if suppose you are all a student and you have attended this kind of workshop and you have attended, done some project on there, so I don't think I think all of you can work in a lesser than this salary. That is what companies are doing. So what they are doing, they seek people who can do a multiple work in a small fraction of time using generative AI. How much you are aware with an AI, how much software testing, algorithm testing you can do using AI. In one day, your output has increased. So in 36 lakh paying to a senior, what they does, they hire 6 people or 4 people equally talented who are just graduated with some experience. They are doing with an AI tool, they are doing a tremendous job. So it's a cost. When a company do a cost benefit analysis, they are hiring people like you. So there is a big scope. I met a lot of startup. I met Google vice president also in last year when I was working in Malla Reddy Vishwavidya Pete. I asked him, sir, I heard that you are throwing out a lot of faculty, lot of seniors. He said, no. We are seeking young people. We are seeking who has an ability to learn. We can teach an AI tool within one day, but they should be able, and same thing can be transferable into the work culture. So one thing is very great to see that a lot of people are here and keen on learning. So now I'll give you one thing. Okay. Is it visible to everybody? Is it visible to everybody?
Yes,
Just
sir.
give me a thumbs up. Just give me a thumbs up, all the students, all the faculty. If you can visible, it sees, if you can see this thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So just try to be
Yes, sir.
interactive, all the student and faculty, because otherwise you will sleep. ठीक है, तो जगा के रखो. अभी there is a lunch waiting for you. I wrote to one Zomato and Swiggy, the CEOs of them, that to collaborate and launch an online program where suppose this is a lunch time and Dr. Meherchand will order a food from Zomato in a bulk, and everyone will receive an order from Zomato when there is a lunch break in an online meeting. Because abhi online meeting mein koi lunch nahi hota. Normally when you go to conference and workshop, there is a big advantage that attending, that you have a vast lunch. So we'll plan, Dr. Meherchand, we should plan one day that everybody, there will be a Zomato person ringing their bell at the same time for all of us. Sponsored by Dr. Meherchand. Can we do sometime? ठीक है, वो फीस में ऐड कर देंगे. ठीक है, चलो next time. So just for a time, we will plan something like that. You'll have a burger or something at your home. Till then, अभी अपने आप order करना, and then we'll have it lunch in next after 15 minutes. Don't worry. So now it's an important thing that everybody, all of you want some zeros in your salary. All of you want to exceed. And can these kind of workshop add a zero to you? Yes, they can. Certain skill set, let the world know also. There is a skill set there. So that starting from today itself. Just wait a second. So starting from today itself, build a very good profile. So all of you know, can you just type what are the platform available for getting hired? From where you can get hired? Just name few few platforms where you can get hired. Okay, LinkedIn, Naukri, Seek, these are all the platforms. Yeah, correct only. And I think all of you have a profile in LinkedIn. All of you have? Just type yes if you all have a platform, you all have a LinkedIn platform, or all have a profile. If not, create one. We'll tell you some tips also how to create there and how to make this thing. Yeah. So it's the biggest platform available. First of all, LinkedIn is not paid me to do this workshop. I'm just saying that something which normally I follow was something which have helped me, helped my student. For last 21 years, I've been working. I worked it for 12 years at VIT University, Vellore, Tamil Nadu. I think all of you know that VIT is one of the topmost institutes. I was there for 12 years. So then Chandigarh University, then Baba Farid, and then the Guru Kashi University, and also now startup my own. So I've seen a lot of people, a lot of my student and myself has been tremendously benefited using the network. So when you go to a job, the network always help. Who has been working there? Who is the HR there? Which company you are targeting? So these all the big shots are there in LinkedIn. You connect with them, you follow them, but that's only possible. They will accept your invitation only when you have a good profile. What does a good profile means? As a student, you will say, sir, we don't have any job experience, what we should write. You might have passed +2, you might have 10th, you might have done certain certificate courses, might have been a president of some club during your school and college days. You write everything. Volunteering get you extra point when somebody is hiring. That shows the basic skills. The leadership is what people getting hired. Ability to learn, people are getting you hired. Beside the skill set, your marks, if you have exceeded in, you've got a very good marks in certain subject. These kind of certificates, courses, that will build a strong profile. And if it's not there, keep on attending. Every day there is some or the other workshop. Google give you a free certification, Cisco give you free certification, Coursera give you free certification, Microsoft give you, Google and the EDX give you some free certificate. Keep on doing and adding skill. So now people hire you whether you have an ability to learn, that is one click skill set, and then the creative and critical thinking. So do some project, do some internship, and that's free of cost available. So a lot of people get hired through, every 3 people are hired through LinkedIn every minute. So 87% of recruiter keep on using LinkedIn, but very few job seekers are there. So make sure, I think all of you spend some time in photography with your mobile and everything, and I'll suggest either you do it yourself or try to hire, get to a professional photographer. It will not cost you more than 100 bucks, 100 rupees. Get a professional in a proper attire, tie, suit for boys, and for the girls, maybe a formal attire, not a casual attire, because this is a professional website. Photo is the first thing people see you, how professional you look. That's a very important part. Skill set, please mention whether you are aspiring Python technology, computing professional or like that. So these kind of tagline should be very important. And if the number of views increases, there 33% more recruiter will see and then find. So whenever you complete from LinkedIn, Coursera, this will all boost your profile. And when you paste a certificate in your profile, that will help. For example, I'll give you one example. Can you guess, just type in this thing what this is all about. What is the event? Can you guess the event? What is the event? What is the event somebody have posted on the LinkedIn? What happened in his life that he posted on LinkedIn? This is just the way you write things, because people say that nothing is happening in my life. So when this is one of the people have posted something. No guess? Just give a, there is no wrong answer. You can type. Type anything. Okay, review of chalo, some at least one person is there. So again, I'm saying just try to use your forebrain, try to do response. It will help you in being active, and that will really, during the interview, that is quite obvious. People want somebody volunteering, somebody who's active. Nobody want to hire a lazy person. And this increase your activeness is one when you do a workshop. And I'm very surprised with such a good presentation Meherchand has given, and nobody have asked the question. You should ask question. Anything should, that will help you in activating your brain. Okay, somebody said review something closer. So that guy has got a driving license. It's a very small event. Somebody got a driving license and he put a fabulous post. Now just imagine, it's a simple driving license, somebody has post. Now this was a joke, don't take it seriously. So now you have done a certification. You have learned something today. Let's say certification will be after 2 days, there. So when even the first day, whatever the points you have learned today, mark it. Say a thanks to Dr. Meherchand and the coordinator, Dr. Lavanya from this Accenture. Tag all of them. You will be able to find. First of all, you will develop a connection with Dr. Meherchand. Second, whosoever in contact with Dr. Meherchand, all the company's HR, all the company CEOs, they will see that, okay, this guy has something. To advantage, let's say you tagged me also. So with me also, there are about 12,000 people are connected, and out of 12,000, there are at least 500 are vice chancellor from various top universities. There are more than 2,000 HR of IT and other companies are associated with me. This all will go to them, because when you tag me, they will all get there in feed. And chances you will get a click on your view profile, and you are able to give certain common friends between HR and you. So this is the one way to elevate your LinkedIn presence, and it's all free of cost. Professional photo, compelling headline, detailed summary. And these, so now you can ask, sir, my English is not very good. What to do? Take a help of ChatGPT. Put all your CV on ChatGPT and ask, okay, prepare a LinkedIn captivating headline, prepare a detailed summary for me. It will do for you. So you can use anything. I'm saying just ChatGPT, you can use Claude, you can Gemini, you can use Copilot, anything. Perplexity, any of the generative AI tool. So, but, okay, so that it is the everyday exercise. Now, first of all, you want to, in a piece of paper, you write, what are the top companies in my area? What are the top companies in top universities, like for the faculty? What are the top universities I want to work, which pays very well, which pays 7th and 8th pay commission salary? You list out. You see who is the vice chancellor there. Tag him, send him a request, follow him. So whenever there is a post, he writes a vice chancellor, or you comment on that. Then easy way to comment, put a comment in a chat GPT. It will provide you a 3-4 line comment based on your profile, and you post. He will like. Chances are there you will build a connection with the vice chancellor. Now tell me, suppose you already know a vice chancellor through LinkedIn for a very long time, and by chance, definitely this will help you in getting an interview in his office. So at least you have a talking point. At least you know what the VC feel, what the Vice Chancellor has posted in last 5 years. And then accordingly you can talk, and at least you know, okay, you are aware what, because Vice Chancellor normally posts about what is happening in education system, what is the new thing. Same thing for the student who want to work in IT field. So tell me, who want to you tag, which is the main hot person you want to tag, or which is the main companies you want to work. Just write in chat GPT. Yes. What is the top IT companies? Microsoft, Google, and anyway, all the person has an IT opening. Amazon. So Jeff Bezos, Sundar Pichai, so, or OpenAI, Sam Altman. So these are the person try to follow. Connect with all the professional in your area. Join the different LinkedIn group. You'll see that what they are talking, what are the new tools are available in the market, what they are discussing. Can we learn that tool? Because in an interview, these people will work. Follow their companies. What are their policies? What are the new investment? Where they are heading? Where, what is their in 2 year, which area they will be hiring more, and then upskill yourself. Like agentic AI is a new, it's a lot of people are getting are hiring in this area. So these are the things you can this thing. So, and the next is that writing today with the help of different generative AI tool is not very difficult. Check one area and write an article, post on the LinkedIn. Let's say in first go you will get 2 likes, 3 likes. But if suppose you form a group, they will your relevant group, people will like and people will reshare that. It's the same. You do it in Snapchat or you do in Insta, other things. It's a professional one. Let's say you write an article nowadays. There's a treaty between US and Iran. So you write about it, how does it impacted the IT area? Because now the jobs will increase. So leverage LinkedIn for your different job opportunities and keep on updating. Sorry. And consistent posting, monitor your performance, and make sure you are present, you are relevant to the society. So at least in a week, you should have a target of learning something new and post about it. I'm not saying every week you will get some award by president or nahin. At least when you participate, you have some growth. So people will see, okay, every week he or she is doing something. Every week he's learning, he is participating in competition, he's presenting a research work in some conferences, and maybe in some conference you win something. Let you show to the people and tag, again I'm saying, tag the relevant people. So enhance your credibility. How do you enhance? Because when you attend any program from IITs or from our organization, MathTech Thinking Foundation, or from your college or universities, that is the relevant universities and institution. When you tag, what does it mean? It means that you have done some, where you are thanking them. That means that you have some connection with this relevant organization. That means your credibility increase. So this is what putting it all together: profile optimization, network building, content engagement, and job search leveraging, and consistent maintenance. Keep on regularly updating your profile. So I will not bore you much with this thing. This is my profile. You can see there. This is my old profile actually. Now it's new 12,000, and I'm working in Guru Kashi University, not in Baba Farid, where I worked with Dr. Meher Chand. So once again, thank you very much for listening, and I hope it was relevant to you, and yeah, so some helpful to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think it's 15 minutes I have finished correctly. So I asked for 15 minutes only to match.
Thank you so much, sir. Participants, you have any questions? If you have any questions, you just type it in chat box.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, sir, you can.
My question goes to Mr. Mar, that the first presenter. Please, I want him to throw more light on this confusion matrix. He made mention of confusion matrix, but I want him to elaborate more on it.
This confusion matrix is based on some test which we apply whether our model is accurate or not. Actually, right now I don't have the part which I can share with you, but this is the part of testing. We have some numerical values and on the basis of these values we are able to interpret whether the model is accurate or not. Okay, so we have to go through all type of the tests which are helping to test the model. Okay, this is the part of to test the model, whether the model, machine learning model which we have apply is applicable or not, what are the percentage of the accuracy, what are the percentage of the application, and how much the model is successful to implement for the real time. Okay, so the confusion matrix help us to give some numerical values. By seeing and observing, we are able to check the whether the model is accurate or not. Any more question?
Participants?
Okay.
Oh,
So also I request to all the participants, please open the webcam during the validatory.
yes, sir.
Please
Thank
keep
you.
open your webcam. Yeah.
Thank you to the resource person for the insightful and informative session. We hope everyone found the session valuable and gained meaningful knowledge from it. Now, we move on towards the valedictory ceremony of this program. Valedictory is not just the conclusion of an event, but a moment to reflect on the learning, experiences, and memories gained throughout the program. Now, I request Ms. B. Ramani, Head Department of Mathematics, to present the report of the program, highlighting the objectives, session, and outcomes. Over to you, ma'am.
Am I audible, Lavanya?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Yeah. The Department of Mathematics, MOP Vaishnav College for Women, in association with Math Tech Thinking Foundation, successfully organized the 3-day international seminar on Python and R programming for data analytics and scientific computing from 16th June to 18th June 2026 in the online mode. The seminar brought together academicians, researchers, faculty members, and students to explore the applications of Python and R in data analytics, scientific computing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and research. The seminar commenced with an inaugural session organized by Ms. B. Ramani, Head Department of Mathematics. She welcomed the participants and outlined the objectives of the seminar. Dr. Meher Chand, the President of MTTF, delivered the inaugural address, emphasizing the importance of Python and R programming in advancing data-driven research, scientific computing, and interdisciplinary learning. Dr. Meher Chand delivered Session 1, Introduction to Python and R Programming, Session 4, Numerical and Scientific Computing, Session 5, Machine Learning and AI Applications, and the first half of the session of 6th one, Research Applications and Hands-on Projects. These sessions introduced participants to Python and R programming fundamentals, numerical computing techniques, machine learning concepts, and research applications supported by practical demonstrations and real-world examples. Dr. Prayash Sharma conducted Session 2, Data Handling and Visualization, which demonstrated methods for data pre-processing, transformation, and visualization using Python and R. The session highlighted the importance of effective data management and visual representation in statistical analysis and informed decision making. Dr. Harmanpreet Singh Kapoor delivered Session 3 on Statistical Computing and Data Analytics, which focused on descriptive and inferential statistics, predictive analytics, and computational techniques using Python and R. Through practical examples, participants learned how to analyze the data sets and derive meaningful insights for research and real-world applications. Professor Javed Khan conducted the second half of the session on research applications and hands-on projects, where participants explored project development, research implementation, scientific documentation, and interdisciplinary applications on Python and R through hands-on activities. The outcomes of the seminar enhanced participants' knowledge of Python and R programming, statistical computing, data analytics, scientific computing, and machine learning. The expert sessions and practical demonstration equip participants with valuable computational and research skills, inspiring them to integrate modern tools into teaching, research, and professional practice. The seminar conducted with the validity session, during which gratitude was expressed to all the distinguished resource persons, MathTech Thinking Foundation, the management, principal, vice principal, Department of Mathematics, and the organizing team, technical support team, student volunteers, and all the participants for their wholehearted support and enthusiastic participation in making this seminar a grand success. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all the speakers.
Thank you, ma'am, for presenting the detailed report of the program. It's my privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I express my sincere gratitude to our respected principal, ma'am, for her constant support and encouragement. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all the resource persons for sharing their valuable knowledge and making the sessions informative and enriching. I also thank Ms. B. Ramani, Head Department of Mathematics, faculty members, coordinators, and the organizing team for their valuable contribution towards the successful completion of this program. My sincere appreciation goes to all the participants for their active participation and cooperation. Finally, I thank everyone who contributed to the success of this event. Thank you all and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. I kindly request everyone to switch on their cameras for the photo. Participants, kindly fill the feedback form which is posted in the chat box. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, am I audible, sir? Meher, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to all the participants. Yes. For the certificate of participation, we will send you an email today evening. Okay, so you will follow the instruction accordingly. You will download your certificate of the participation. So for any query, you can contact us to the organizers, and I hope that the contact details you have all the participants. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.